Hello.
Hey, Meg. All right, we're doing it from my place tonight.
Oh, for our last session.
Yeah, probably not going to do very much jiu-jitsu, just hang out. Last ever session.
It's the last page of my journal as well.
We get through a lot of pages.
Well, oh no, so like it's all sorts of things in here. It's like my Spanish learning and like me telling how many glasses of water I've drunk and stuff. But everything with green highlighter around it is jiu-jitsu.
Have you learned anything about building computers by any chance?
Do I strike you like a person who would know anything about building computers?
Because currently this is going on in my flat.
Nice bum, Suze.
Thanks.
That's Susie trying to a Wi-Fi connector to the computer.
I have 2 MacBooks and that's it.
Susie, we'll try it out.
I like my computers pre-made.
Yeah, see, Igor built this for me. Igor's
It's
really...
quite on brand for Igor. I feel like that's quite an Igor thing to.
Yeah, he's really good with computers.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
I was gonna get. Yeah, no, he's really good. So we're trying to find. Yeah, we'll message Igor, see if.
There's also a load of cables down here that aren't plugged into anything.
You excited to get back training?
Well, it's not really training, is it?
No, it's not. But
Also, because I'm working from home like indefinitely now. For me, there's not like a lot of point in going into Farringdon. Like Farringdon's a long way for me to go.
yeah, no, agree.
Because I trained at Farringdon because I used to work down the road.
Yeah.
Obviously, like I like the team as well, but I also used to live down the road. I'm just going to cut my pizza. And now that I am living and working in Tooting, it makes a lot more sense for me to go to Elephant and Castle. So I probably won't.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
I probably won't go until Elephant and Castle starts again. And until we start.
I think it's going to be starting up the same time.
Is it? Because there's nothing on about
nothing
this
on there, is it? Oh, well,
No.
give it a little bit of time, but I think it might be starting at the same time.
Are you going to be teaching there?
Yeah, on Fridays, but probably not until the timetable goes totally back to normal.
Okay.
Imagine Jack will be there, like just doing socially distant sessions initially.
I don't think Jack likes me. I don't think Jack could deal if there was a class of 5 people and one of them was me. That's too much concentration with me for Jack, I think.
Oh, Jack, lovely. I'm sure he likes
lovely,
you.
but I don't think he likes me because I'm not everyone's cup of tea, Ross.
Aren't you? I think you're delightful.
You think that? I think Jack finds me fucking tedious.
I'm sure he doesn't.
He called me like Rachel or something once because he had forgotten my name.
Oh. Yeah. I think the only person I forgot what I was going to say. No, yeah, no, I'm sure he likes you.
The only person we all don't like is Roy. Is that? Oh, this is recorded, isn't it? Oh God.
Oh no. I'm sure it's fine. I'll show you around a little bit. There's. How do I spin it?
Mm-hmm.
This is.
Nice.
Welcome to the kitchen.
How are you guys finding moving in?
Oh, you've been here, haven't you?
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah, I don't need to do that. It's okay. We're just waiting on furniture now. you want to show
You
this?
got a bed and stuff? Oh, that's a nice fan. I like the bronze fan.
How about
You've got a bed though. That's
this
the
bronze man? Oh, that's sexy bookcase there.
nice bookcase. Good
That's
work.
my desk. Look at my doorknob that I chose for my desk.
Pardon?
Isn't that the nicest doorknob?
That is a nice doorknob. Is that an IKEA buy?
No, it's John Lewis.
Oh, only the bed.
Woo!
You want to see my fuck up for the day?
What was your fuck up for the day?
Go in and have a look at our chopping board.
Hold your phone. Where is our chopping board?
In with the plates. I had a fuck up today. What are you doing, mate?
I'm cutting a pizza.
Oh, cool.
Oh, do you want to hear like the most hilarious fuck up of all?
This is why we shouldn't just buy really expensive. This is my objection to like wood floors and stuff as well. Why did we do this to ourselves?
I put a hot pan on our chopping board and burnt a circle into it.
See, the thing is, I think that's so normal and fine, and we should just not buy unreasonably expensive and delicate things.
It's 25 quid, it's fine.
Yeah, but when you want the fancy table, and you know I'm going to put my coffee on the fancy table, and it's going to be a shit show.
Susie's worried that she's going to damage all the nice... Well, we got a lovely coffee table
Yeah, but
that you picked.
But when I put coffee on the coffee table,
You picked it.
but we're in the shop, I said, I don't want to get it because it's too nice, and we'll put our feet on it, we'll put coffee on it, whatever.
My fault.
No.
Everything in my house is just white, apart from the couches, which are coloured. Well, they're just dark blue.
Can I have a look at your pizza?
Nice.
So the other day I went for dinner with Kieran, you know, like the big Australian paramedic guy.
Yeah, I like here.
Yeah, so because we're quite good friends because we're like Kiwis and Aussies, so we kind of stick together.
Mm-hmm.
So we went out for dinner the other night, and when I met him at London Bridge Station, we were wearing the same thing.
Have you got a picture?
No, we didn't take a picture, but also it just looks comical because like I'm really little and he's like fucking enormous. And we're both wearing like pretty much the same cut of like a white t-shirt, jeans. We didn't have on the same shoes, but like had on the same belt. Like we looked like we were going to work at a bar together wearing a uniform.
Happens sometimes. My parents came up the other day and we almost had all four of us, but I was wearing something different. They were all Susie, my dad, my mom were wearing white shirts with jeans. It was quite funny.
You didn't get the memo.
Yeah, I didn't look. I didn't get the matching outfit right. Susie's furiously trying to Google how to put this thing into the computer, and she's stressed she's going to blow it up because it's my computer.
Yeah, so I had it on Tuesday when I had all day to do it, but I didn't put it in because I didn't want to do it
Without me.
and break Ross's.
Is this your computer for playing games with?
Yeah, but it's now a work computer.
It is used for work less than 5% of the time, and it's Ross's favourite thing to complain that I use his computer all the time.
I think I need to pull my head in a bit, don't I?
Yeah.
That house is a lot smaller. You've got, like, you can't hide.
No. Susie had a lovely night, so I was away on Tuesday evening when I served. Susie made us up the heaters and watched that weird dating show.
Naked Attraction.
Sorry?
Naked Attraction.
Naked Attraction. Indian matchmaker.
I can't hear you. Have you got me?
That's right. Indian matchmaker.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. I thought we were talking about Naked Attraction.
So, yeah. You had a fun night in. She spent like half hour in the bath or an hour. Can't remember.
Nice. Have you got some bougie candles from John Lewis? Like, did you get a whole bunch of Joe Malone candles?
Do we have any candles, Suze?
No.
No, I don't think we do. I wouldn't mind. I haven't had a bath yet. I wouldn't mind getting some candles. I could do that.
The last time I had a bath was when I was 23 and I just handed in my master's thesis.
Really? Do you not like?
My housemate was like, you should relax, do something relaxing. Why don't you have a bath? I think I was in the bath for about 5 minutes and I was like, oh, I'm fucking sick of this.
Oh, Susie can stay in there for days. She likes
Yeah, I
it.
love it.
I'm like so obsessed with self-optimization. I'm like, I could be doing an activity. I could be being productive.
You are being productive, like relaxing. We had the best bath I've ever had was in the Shard. We were looking. We stayed in the Shangri-La, and you can see St. Paul's. We were like, looking down from there to St. Paul's Cathedral. It was sick.
Ridiculous.
They had a pool on the 72nd floor. That was cool.
What is that building? That's madness.
So the bottom half of it's a hospital. And the top half is a really fancy hotel.
Because we're looking at hiring space in the News building next to it. News UK building.
All right. Ooh. So you're going to go back to going into offices then?
The offices will basically just be a floor of meeting rooms. So we're not doing any jiu-jitsu, Ross?
I don't think so, no. Last one. Unproductive. All right. Is there anything you would like to learn? Any questions?
So I've been looking at this submission.
What is it?
Because I've been watching match tape of this bogeyman guy.
Oh yeah.
Who I think I could roll similar to that. I think that's like a style that would work for me, and I'm going to attempt to imitate somewhat. So he does this submission called a carny. Oh
yeah, I've shown you it before.
Have you? I've forgotten. I've had a lot of concussions. Like I can't stress how many concussions I've had.
It's where you own the platter and you hook the far leg so they can't roll out of it. You can't go either way. You stretch
and then
them out.
you pull the arm. So it's an arm lock.
Shoulder lock, yeah.
Can you walk me through some feet things as well?
Some feet things.
Careful now.
Okay.
Some feet things.
Like what?
I mainly just get confused with all the leg positions.
Oh, right, leg lock stuff. Okay.
They'll be like, now start from outside Ashley, and I'm like, I probably know what that is. Like if you showed me it, I would recognize it, but I don't know what it is when you say the word. Yeah.
Like to be honest, I don't really like the things that like Steve and Ego use to describe the positions. I don't use those terms. I think they're a little bit overcomplicated, but they are turning into a more like kind of a universal way of describing leg lock position. So I might have to do that a little bit. I'll show you my understanding.
Also, what is a saddle? How do I know if I'm in a saddle or I'm out of a saddle?
Okay, we can do that. Right, where's the thingy? Right.
Oh, so you look so defeated.
Right.
You're not even dressed for this, Ross.
Got some shirt on. So, Ashigurami, right, is Susie gets her legs inside mine.
Mm-hmm.
Pulls it to her hip, kicks that same leg underneath mine, and puts this foot on my hip. So Ashigurami is one. So this foot will be on the other side of the knee towards the hip, and the other foot on the hip here. So that's Ashigurami.
Because I feel like this is the one that I find myself in the most.
Yeah, it should be. It's probably the easiest one to enter for. From here, you've got outside heel hooks. So that's where you turn the heel to the outside. I'll do it. So that's a description for the heel hook. If you're turning the heel out, that's an outside heel hook. If you're bringing the heel in, inside heel hook. And this is Ashigurami. If you switch this leg out here, I think this is outside Ashi.
Hang on. So it's either side.
I think you might have to have a look at that. So Ashi just means foot.
Where do these terms come from? Are they Portuguese?
No, Japanese. And it's from John Danaher calling these leg positions. This Ashigurami,
New Zealander.
all that means is foot entanglement.
Uh-huh.
Outside Ashi, I guess the Japanese word for outside is too difficult.
Okay, freeze there because I'm going to draw another picture.
So yeah, you only ever really want to go here if to help with the finish.
Okay.
And there's a number of ways of doing this. You can like lock up this triangle here. You always want to have this, so this heel on the hip coming across here. This is not great unless you're like really flaring your knees open like this.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why you want to go here when you're finishing is it's very easy for Susie to get up and leg drag. So it's an easy position to screw up. So here it does give you a little bit of control having this heel on the hip like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's, outside Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
50-50 would be this foot past the other side of your body.
Okay.
That's 50. So that's essentially, so it's a mirror image. We're a mirror image of each other. My inside leg is going here. Cool. There we go. And the saddle, or the 4-1-1, is the outside leg.
There's so many names for things.
4, 5, 4. So that's the saddle.
That's the 4, and that's the 1, and that's the 1.
Yeah, so you can see why this is why this is called the 4-1-1, because your legs look like a figure of 4, and Susie's looks like a 1 and a 1.
Okay.
It has 4 major names used by different clubs.
Okay.
So if somebody says the honey hole, they mean that position. If somebody says, I don't know, right? If somebody says the saddle, they mean that position. 4-1-1, that position. And oh god, Senkaku or something like that is the one John Danaher uses. Now, another common one is, those are the 4 main ones, let's say. Another common one is 50-50, but having your foot on the stomach and this leg across. downside of 50-50, it's quite easy for Susie. Well, Susie can attack my feet as well as I can attack hers. So what I can do to make it more in my favour is bring the knee to the floor and the foot on the stomach, with this leg cutting across to the far hip.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've just got 3 shots essentially on her leg. She can't attack anything there. If this foot stayed across her body, she could heel hook this. If it's on the stomach with my knee on the floor and this leg cutting across, she can't heel hook it. As well, she could possibly potentially toe hold my floating leg like that. See?
Mm-hmm.
Because we are going to, well, actually, the carney is an omoplata where you're hooking the back leg. So he tries. So if you leg up on it, it's just the back leg. So there. So now this does is Susie can't move around to this side unless she tries to push it down and step over it. So the way out of this is for Susie to push the foot down, step over the leg and move to the side. Or towards this one. Or she can put the duck under my leg. My job here, what he does, is when he hooks this, he extends hard and it applies a shoulder lock there. Okay, so hook the leg, extend hard, and they can't really roll out of it and they can't step around and take pressure off their shoulder. So that's a carney. It's an omoplata where this foot is hooking the far leg. If Susie sits back for Ashigarami. Onto the hip. That's it. That's it, good. You want to be pointing your toes and turning the heel into Susie's rib cage to make it very hard for her to get on the heel. What she wants to do is to put a little bit of a bend on the leg. Okay, so her left hand will come down and grab my knee and twist it open. That's reach around there and there. Now she can see. So on a bent leg, she's exposed the heel. And yeah, so she can finish now. So, that's really good. So your job to hide your heel, keep it straight, toe point, turning the heel into the ribs, and you're cool. What you'd have to do here to defend is look to get Susie's feet off of your hips. So you peel it off of the hop over. So in double outside, you can also, so in this position, you can go dig in for the heel by coming up onto your head. So Susie could lean to her right and come up onto her head. So like that, raising her hips a little bit. So this changes the angle of her body. She's kind of come over this way. So that's what will allow her to get hold of the heel. We see a lot as a mistake, I think, in double outside. So Susie can switch to double outside, which you should only really do if you already have the heel. What they might do here is, again, do the same thing, coming up onto their head, lifting their hips up. But what it does is actually exposes their back. So we at defend here will continue to turn and look to slip our knee out. Once this is out, this knee will come in above her hip. Normally, she'll be up on her knees a little bit more now. And now you can see how you can start looking to attack the back there. So you see that a lot. People dropping for double outside, turning too far, exposing their back. what you're looking to do is to free your knee line. And don't run away immediately. Stay there. So as soon as you overturns, slip your knee. Once your knee is slipped, knee comes in, we start moving up to attack the back. So really, I think what Susie should be doing, or a better way of exposing the heel on double outside instead of coming up on your head, is to look to bend the knee. So she's going to triangle legs the other way, like this. Now she's going to grab my knee and turn in here. Now I don't have back exposure, and she can finish here by getting the bite and giving up through the side. Bite is back. So yeah, you can either to get hold of the heel, really try to roll through it, or try to get ahead of the heel, or bend the leg to open the heel. So you can bend the leg by pulling the knee across here to open it. What also helps is a tricep coming down through the foot. So here, Susie could look to open my knee, gives her a little bit of an angle, but then comes down over the toes, heavy, elbow over the toes is better, like that. So it puts a bend, more of a bend on the leg, more exposure, and clamps the elbow, now she can finish. Good. There is drills where you can go through all of these positions. So Susie starts with both her feet inside mine. She kicks through to single leg X to ashigarami. So grabs my ankle, kicks through, ashigarami, falls onto her side, always does that to stops her from coming up. She switches to double outside by shooting this across. You can now switch to 50-50 if she wanted to, by arcing her back, popping the foot out, and passing it to the other side of her. So where she can finish inside heel hook instead. She can also move to the saddle from double outside by locking up that triangle again, falling onto her side, and then coming up onto her knees. This for keeping the triangle locked up. She will then sit backwards here, tucking this foot under her butt, sitting down, and that's how you move to the saddle of double outside. So you can drill. The way I would escape the saddle, you should know this as well. Running man, you turn.
Yeah.
Really don't do this. You see this commonly with flexible people. So if they shimmy back a bit, they're shimmy towards me. They lock up their legs.
I definitely do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a matter of time here before they get hold of it. A better thing to do is to uncross your legs, give them this one, but keep it straight with the toes pointed. And look to turn early. Here you're far safer. You're not going to protect your legs by crossing them. You're not going to get out. You're going to just be stuck there. So you've got to give them a straight leg with your knee facing the same directions as their hips are pointing. Okay? So yeah, really get out of the habit of crossing your legs. Straight leg. Don't fall with them because you'll give them knee bars. Make sure you open your hips and turn here. Your job then is to free your knee line, which is made easier by raising your hip off the ground. Yeah. And it also makes it harder for her to continue to roll through chasing the heel. So the higher my hip, she can't, it's harder, there's a bigger, she's got to raise her hips higher to roll. So up here, she's not going to be able to roll chasing that heel. So get your butt up high. So now the knee can drop down and be cleared like this. And then I can start looking to turn in and hit back takes and counters. Sometimes, like, the biggest inhibitor to our own movement is us. So if we're crossing our legs, we can't turn, we can't get our hips pointing the correct way to protect ourselves.
Those are all my questions, Ross.
Okay, those are your questions. We're good. Good.
I think I've just like never had someone actually like talk me through everything. And
Yeah.
so whenever they just go through them quickly, I get really confused about it.
Yeah, no, they're not. It's not too difficult. It's just repetition. You know, people. It's like speaking to somebody in a different language, right?
Yeah.
But those are the main ones.
Right. Those are all my questions. Shall I let you guys go? Continue.
Trying to break my computer.
I asked you to break your own.
It's cool though, isn't it? We should leave just the side off. Right, Megan?
Right. It's been a pleasure. I'm not sure when I'll see you next because I won't be coming into Farringdon anytime soon.
Hopefully it won't be long. And I'll be teaching down in Elephant and Castle pretty soon. So
once there's a normalish, actually, once we're allowed back, I'm probably not going to come back in until there's contact again.
yeah, no, I think we're gonna. So what I'm expecting, or what we're all expecting, is all the lower grades to come back, but the higher grades to stay away until they're sparring, because
I'm not a higher grade, but it's also a long way for me to travel to not spar.
Yeah.
Even Elephant and Castle on the tube for me is still like 30 minutes.
You say Tooting?
I'm in Tooting, yeah.
That's on the Northern Line, right?
Yeah, so Elephant and Castle is like a straight train for me, but you know, like we're not really meant to be taking public transport, so.
Right. Okay. Well, hopefully it won't be long, and if not, you'll have to come and visit my flat again. We can grab a drink at the Hootenanny.
Hootenanny! I'm actually going for sneaky rolls on Sunday.
Are you? Where to?
Going to Shoreditch to see Cynthia for sneaky rolls.
Oh, lovely. That's fun. Cynthia's good.
Yeah. Where do you partake in sneaky rolls?
Where?
I mean, it's not particularly sneaky. We're going to the park.
Yeah, you just say you're same household.
I did see a couple of people in my local park of Tooting Common having rolls the other day. There was like probably like 8 people rolling, but they were like kind of like, you know how we've got like that group of young looking 10th Planet guys at our gym?
Yeah, they were like that, were they?
They were sort of like that, and I was like, I'm not going to introduce myself to you.
Oh.
But they actually looked quite young. Like they looked like they were probably like 18, 19. And I have no interest in having 18 or 19-year-olds in my life.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
It'd be a bit weird. It would be weird for me now. 30-year-old. Hi, guys.
My name's Ross and I want to be friends with you.
Yeah, I know. They make me feel really old in the gym. I just want to be cool.
But like you can't keep up because you don't have a TikTok.
I'm not getting TikTok for a load of nonsense that is.
Yeah. Right. Okay. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.